Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, a podcast that spends each episode delving into a mystical new video game, exploring its charms and challenges, and helping you decide if it should be next on your list. I'm your host, Emma.
I'm Rylan.
And I'm Lauren.
Join us for this week's discussion episode as we escape reality and enter the metaphysical. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide.
Boom?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the TNT at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, dramatic.
Well, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. And I guess welcome if this is the first episode that you're listening to. We have a special guest.
Again.
Back again. Hi, Lauren.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Lauren played this game a while back and loved it.
She's a veteran.
Go back to our previous episode. If you didn't listen to it, you can hear all of our more critical ratings. But this episode is just meant for talking about the game. And what game are we talking about?
We're talking about Animal Well by Billy Basso.
Yep. One man show. Billy Basso.
And published by Big Mode.
Yep.
Video game donkey.
Yeah.
It's big mode and not beeg mode?
Yeah.
Big mode.
Beeg mode.
Anyhow, yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways. Before we get started, we've started doing this just as a reminder for the listeners. If you don't remember from last week what our ratings were, let's just give a quick recap of what we rated this game last episode.
4.6.
5 out of 5.
I also gave it a 5.
So it's good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We really liked this game. Oh, and Sean gave it a 3.5.
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't wait to talk to Sean about this game now.
I know.
Did he play it?
He did.
He did.
I know. We missed Sean. We're so sad that he couldn't be here, but he had a baby to take care of. So, I know.
Sorry, you can edit that out.
I know he's really disappointed he couldn't be here, but babies be babying. So.
Plus, we got Lauren now. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. But before we get started, before we get into the episode, I'm just going to do our plugs real quick. So don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as they come out on Sunday, sometime on Sunday rather than Tuesday. So join the Patreon for free. You'll be able to see those episodes a couple days early if you're just itching for that content. We also you can find us on socials. Most socials, we are Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's LetMeBeyourGG, no spaces. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and you can find us on TikTok, but we are Let Me Be Your Game Guide on TikTok. That's also with no spaces.
Yeah, check out that samurai TikTok.
Oh, yeah, our most popular TikTok.
By a lot for some reason.
Yep. You know what? I really need to get back to making TikToks. I stopped because I was like, it's going away. I don't want to put too much work into it. And now it's back. So I don't know. We'll have to get back on there. But you can also email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is the best way to send in game requests. Just make sure that the subject line has game request in it so it's easy for us to find.
We're playing another game request next time.
We are.
Yeah.
Our next episode will be a game request. Balatro.
Balatro.
Balto.
Oh my God.
Balatro.
However you want to say it. We're playing that.
We're playing it.
Yeah. That was actually requested by Lauren, your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Big Dad Live.
He's tried to get me to play it.
Oh, have you not played it?
I have. I played
you have?
like
Okay.
one thing. I just was not. It wasn't the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it.
I've been playing it a little bit. We'll talk more next week.
We'll talk more on the episode.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into Animal Well. I mean, there's no real plot to this game, so we're just going to kind of talk about the order that we got things and our feelings on all of the animals and puzzles and everything. So who wants to start?
We're going to spoil it.
We're going to spoil it.
did have a quick question.
Sure.
Can I request a game in person?
Yeah.
As long as you put game request in the subject line.
What's your request?
Game request, Tunic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an indie game, though, is the only thing.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
it doesn't have to be indie. It's good.
No.
Yeah. It's on our list actually already.
Yeah. All right. We'll put you down.
Yeah.
It will be later.
about-
It'll be,
8 months
yes, because we've got a couple game requests.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Oh my
after
gosh.
Balatro. We have 2 more already
Yeah.
lined up.
Yep.
Wow.
Just wait and see. Wait for our trailer reactions to figure out what those games are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we do trailer reactions every other Thursday on our Twitch at like 5:00 Pacific Standard Time.
And then you can find them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And then we're streaming sometimes on Saturday morning. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're kind of doing stuff.
yeah, check it out. Check it out. Lauren streams sometimes.
Yeah. Brandon and Colin are building me a computer this weekend, so
Damn it. We should have plugged you on the last episode.
that's okay. I'm not really doing anything yet.
We're rude hosts.
You can just put it in the what do you call it?
In the show notes.
Yeah,
she'll be in the show
okay.
notes.
The Garden Club.
Well, tell us about what you do.
Well, it's a channel for my husband and I. And we kind of just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
It's fun. It's fun to listen to.
We did a whole thing in October where I played through Dark Souls.
Oh,
my gosh.
Wife Souls. I've heard about
Yes.
this.
He's working on a video, like a compilation video of all of it.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Me neither. I'm kind of scared though, because I was a little bit of a bitch sometimes.
I
was
mean,
the best
with
part.
that game, yeah, for sure. I couldn't play very much of that game, so good for you for doing a lot of it.
She did all of it.
You did all of it? You beat
Uh-huh.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7. Yes, 7. We're hoping to finish the recap of that tomorrow. Or not Part 7. We're doing a recap of, all over the place. We're doing a recap of all the parts that we watched. But like I said, we've been sick literally every other week, so it's been pretty hard to
man.
record. But what I'm hoping to do, and this is probably not interesting to anybody, but I'm hoping to stream building my little like model things that I've been building.
Oh my gosh.
So for Christmas, I got this like cute little model thing it's like a strawberry milk box, but it's like a shop.
Oh,
and it's
cute.
so cute.
I
It's
think
like
I've
a
seen
miniature.
those, like the miniature, like you kind of put like the shelves together and the items in there and
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm.
Is this like what you and Sean taught me about when we recorded about the Plucky Squire? What is that word?
What word?
It's like a little building kit you guys described.
Oh, no, an erector set?
Yeah, is it like an erector
No,
set?
it's not like an erector
I
set.
still don't know what that is exactly.
Do you know what an erector set is?
No.
Ah, who's outnumbered this time?
Oh, God.
Um,
Sean!
But what is your channel name?
The Garden Club. There it is.
Oh, okay. I think you did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Cool.
The Garden
Yeah,
Club.
go
Check 'em out.
Yeah, we'll link it in the show notes, and it's linked in the last episode's show notes as well.
It was all along.
All along.
Yep.
It was always there.
Okay, but Animal Well, seriously.
Yeah, Animal, seriously. So firstly, I just want to ask you guys the order that you got, I guess the items or like the main items, because there are some tools that you can get that are optional, I guess.
Yeah. I think we're talking about like the 4,
The-
right? The main
big,
4.
The big 4.
The big 4, as it's known.
Yeah.
The big 4.
Well, is it 4 or 5? Oh, no, you're right. It is 4.
What are the big 4?
The big 4 would be the yo-yo, the slink, the disc, and the bubble wand.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just love that it's called a slink and not a slinky. Honestly, I love it. I got the yo-yo first, which I think was the most useless of all of them.
I would agree.
You're nodding along. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got the slink, the second most useful,
Oh my
the second
God.
least useful. I got the disc after that, and then I got the bubble wand last.
You got the bubble wand last.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
so like I was thinking about this. So it took me 7.5 hours to beat the game, and I'm like, I think now with my knowledge, I feel like I could do it in like 4.
Yeah.
if I
You
if I
should
did it
you
in a
should
different order.
live stream a speed run and see how
Ooh.
fast
No,
you
I'm
can
gonna
do
get.
it.
I'm sure people have done it in like an hour or less.
Oh no,
There's
people have
probably
done
some.
it in like
Don't tell me.
11 minutes.
No.
11 minutes.
But that's like using like bugs or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah,
or like
like,
glitches.
I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
not
know
into
what
that.
like the true speed run time is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not really into speed running either, but it's
Yeah.
too much.
It's
You have to be too
stressful.
cool, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
But
Lauren, what order did you find? I know that it's kind of hard. Well, maybe it's not hard to remember, but you've played it multiple times, so.
Yeah, this is I'm guessing from my memory because you asked me like a week or two after
Yeah.
I had already played it.
I know, I was like, I'm so sorry. I should have asked this before.
No, it's okay. I got started really early on playing it.
Yes.
Okay, so I think I got the bee wand first, bubble
wow.
wand, and then I think I got the mock disc next.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got, let's see, mock disc, then yo-yo, and then slink.
Mm.
Yeah.
That I think is very close to my order.
Oh, there's one more, lantern.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
There
get that
is-
till the very end,
Yeah,
though.
the lantern
Yeah.
is like very close to the end. I think you probably always get that one last.
Yeah.
Well, because you get it in the
In the final
final
boss
area that you get
area.
after getting the flames.
That's true.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's
you're
okay.
good.
It's good to point out. Of course I got the firecrackers first,
I
Oh,
have
sure.
that listed too.
Yeah.
but those are just kind of there. And not part of the big four. But I
It's one of
got
the little four.
I got the disc first, but literally didn't use it at all. Because I got the bubble wand next, the bee wand. And so basically I got the disc and I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? And then I didn't use it at all while trying to get the bee wand. So it was kind of weird. I got a tool that I really didn't utilize until after I got other tools.
Uh-huh.
But then I got the yo-yo and then I got the slink.
Oh, man. So you guys went and got like the ones that help your mobility
Yes.
so much faster.
Well, that when you told me you got the yo-yo first, I was like, how are you getting around? Because the second I got
Slowly.
the bee wand, I was just, I used it constantly. I was using that thing constantly.
Okay, so psychological question maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Okay, so like to get in the orientation of the map, okay, the yo-yo is okay, so when you come out of like the entry part, you're kind of in like the middle of the map, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The yo-yo is if you go to the right and then down, which I feel like it just makes the most sense in my brain because like that's how I would read something, right? Like I'd go to the
Mhm.
right and then I'd go down.
Yeah.
It's a little funny because a lot of times in video games I do like the opposite of where they want you to go,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of knew that there's multiple ways to go, so I was like, I'll just go this way, and that's how I ended up there. I was tricked by Billy Basso
Yeah.
into getting the yo-yo first.
I think I just went up.
Just up.
Yeah, well, I went to the right a little bit and then I was like, ladders. And then I just started climbing. And then I very quickly came across the ghost cat area where you take away the disc and it starts chasing you and you're like, put that back. And then I very quickly found wherever that fake disc is that you swap it out.
Mhm.
But again, I don't think I started using the disc until after I had the yo-yo.
Okay.
Okay, quick question.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it a ghost dog?
Is it a dog? I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure it's a cat.
I thought it was a cat.
I'm gonna look it up. I need to know.
We're talking about like the big scary one that chases.
Oh, yeah.
you?
The big scary one.
Yeah. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna.
It
talk
does
about,
release like ghost dogs though when it touches those statues. Ghost dogs come out.
Yeah, that's true.
But those ones look like they're dogs in the game. This
Yeah.
has got to be a cat, isn't it?
I don't know. While Lauren's did you find the answer?
Research.
I mean, Game Rant says it's ghost cat, but then I don't know.
Huh.
I don't have like a good source.
Yeah, is Game Rant credible?
The scary
I
ghost.
have no idea.
The scary ghost thing.
We
I
agree
see
it's a mammal.
people-
That's
I
something.
see people calling it both. Like
Mm.
Really?
IGN calls it a ghost dog.
I need to look at this again because I like
I
Totally
thought
saw
it
a
was
cat.
I thought it was a cat the first time I played.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys, how long did it take you guys to realize that you could jump on top of the disc?
I'm pretty sure I did it by accident.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. Is this what you guys were talking about when I was
Yes.
saying
Yeah.
I figured? Okay. Because I did it on accident and I was like, oh my God. Did it tell me that I could do this? And I
No.
was really embarrassed. But yeah,
It was so fun though.
it
Oh
was.
my God. I think that's like my favorite thing in the game.
Yeah.
And I love how the little character is like spinning around on top of it too.
Yeah. You're just like, wee.
It's kind of fickle though. Like there were some puzzles that maybe that's not how you're supposed to do it, but I was like, I'm going to do that by like jumping on my disc, but you had to time things so right to like land on it.
Yeah.
One thing that I like wish this game had a little bit would be like variable jump height. You know, like
Mm.
some games have
Yeah.
like, oh, press it longer to jump higher. This game, I'm pretty sure, just jumped you the same amount every time, which is good because it's predictable, but made it tough to land on that frisbee sometimes.
Yes. I can't believe I did it on accident, to be honest. I was like, I probably could have gone the entire game without realizing I could do
Right?
this. It was just by the grace of God that it happened.
And
And,
then,
it happened right around an area where you had to use it to like fly over all this water.
Mhm.
I don't know how it happened. I think I like threw the disc at the wall and then I like jumped on it and I was just like, then it was so much like just wee.
and the bubble wand kind of had like I think you probably could have beaten the game without the frisbee jumping on mechanic.
I think there was a point where I had.
Where you had
well,
to?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
I mean, maybe
Because that
maybe it
water
didn't.
part you're talking about, I think is just an extra.
Yeah,
Well-
I haven't actually opened the lock on the other side.
Mm,
Me neither. Well,
I think
I
did.
opened one of them,
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah, there was a chest over there.
But there's also something above it.
Yeah,
There's something that you can get back to.
I think I went in there
Hmm.
because I had a key. Right?
Is that where the dark room is with the bat, or is that
Yes,
okay? I did
think
go up
so.
there.
Or maybe
there's
you
still
get there
something
in
over
a
there.
different
There's still
way.
something over there though that I didn't quite get to.
Well, moving on. Now you're talking about the bat. I know that wasn't one of the big bosses, but what order did you guys collect the flames in?
Okay, yeah, because this was fun because every like quadrant of the map you get an item, but you
Mhm.
can't get like all the way to the flame in that quadrant unless you pair it with a second item.
Yes.
So I think that was so clever. So you had to go
Mhm.
back and explore.
Mm-hmm.
I got what is it? What's in the bottom left?
Do you want me to read all of the? They had the seahorse, the chameleon, the cat or dog, and then the ostrich.
I think bottom
think
left is seahorse.
Bottom left. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I did first.
And that one I didn't even think. I didn't really associate it with an animal, for some reason.
Hmm.
Because that one
Yeah.
you don't really see the seahorse.
It's kind of in the water, and
Yeah.
it wasn't that threatening to me either.
Mm-mm.
I guess it was attacking you by squirting water.
I thought it was like helping you.
No, because
I think it was
trying
trying to blow you into the.
Yeah, it was like push you
spikes. Oh.
off of it. Yeah, off the platforms and into the spikes and stuff. But
Maybe
I think the music made me scared of it.
I feel like a lot of times I just manipulated it to do what I wanted it to, which I mean was
Mhm.
the point of that. Like that's how you solve it. But I didn't think it was super challenging. There were other things that the ostrich, the first time you faced the ostrich,
The one that's in the wheel or just the normal
the
one?
normal one where it's sticking
Oh.
its head in and you have to hit the buttons that are like underground.
Did you ever use your firecrackers to scare it away?
No,
Mm.
I didn't use the firecrackers very much in the game, and I realized that would have helped me so much.
I was throwing those things all the time,
Mhm.
but it pissed me off so much that when you died, you lost all of your firecrackers, especially if you were in a spot where like they
There
didn't
weren't
have.
any.
I was like, God damn it! I would like run to a different part of the map to collect them. Ugh. But yeah, what did you do after the seahorse?
What did I do after the seahorse? I don't know. It's like once I realized now that I had all four, because I got all four before I went back to do anything, to like get any flames.
I think I also did.
It's kind of
that too.
tough to remember. I definitely did the ghost cat last
Oh,
because, I realized that like, oh gosh, I need to get the disc and have the cat chase me all the way up there. I did that one last because I strategized. It was challenging. I just kept putting it off.
What about you, Lauren? Do you remember?
Okay, I started with the seahorse, so B flame. Then I did G flame, the ostrich. then V Flame, the chameleon, and then I also finished with the cat dog.
Oh man.
Because I remembered the cat dog from the first time that I played. That was the hardest part for me. It took me so long. I think the first time I played, I ended up having to watch someone, or like I had to look it up, the route to take.
Oh.
That's a good move.
But this time I remembered what route to take, but I still knew that it's scary as fuck.
I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Like, what route did you end up taking?
So I take the disc, and then I go to the egg room, and then I go into the
Teleport
yeah.
chamber?
I go to the.
What?
See, I don't think you have. That's insane.
Not what I did at all.
Wait, do you know? Did you have the teleport chamber?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, God.
good.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yes. So I knew the flute does the teleportation, but I know that you can also play music with the flute.
Yeah, you can.
Like by
I think-
like directions, and I know that's. I don't know what the puzzle is, but I know it's a puzzle.
I don't know that. I think it takes you to a location.
Well,
If you because
if you hold down the flute and you can aim your music notes.
you aim your notes.
I couldn't find out anything that did. I thought it was maybe just for fun.
I think it's a puzzle.
Oh.
It
I thought
could
it
be.
was. I thought you like could play it a certain way, and like if you knew the tune for that area, you could.
You
if
can just fast travel. Without,
Yeah.
that would make sense because there were spots where all of a sudden I was hearing a tune.
Wait, is that real?
I don't know.
See, this game is so fun because look at us. We're like,
know.
maybe it's this. Like, and we beat the game already.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to look anything up. So, and I think if you're listening to this and you've already played, don't get pissed that we're not telling you all the secrets. You can go look it up if you
Yeah,
want.
look it up.
I'm naughty and I looked that shit up.
Wait, okay. So continue with your route, and then I'm going to
Okay.
tell you my route because I did not use I didn't do this.
So, okay, go through the egg room, then go all the way over to where like those chinchillas are, jump up, get into the little teleport room, go straight across, and then it drops you down kind of like above the dog area, I think. And then, but I had to set it up beforehand with all the right switches being turned on so that I could, because some of the switches in the game will open and close like floors or walls. And so
Yeah.
with this, I had to set it up to be right. Next, I had to do that little thing where you drop the slinky and it raises.
All those platforms
like
one at a time. Yeah.
Okay, now I did do this, so I took a different route, but I got here.
And then I went across, I think I went across the bottom. I didn't climb up the top because I have tried that before and it's too stressful.
Oh, like climbing up that ladder and then like hitting the lever and then jumping back over.
And I think I ended up using my bubble wand to get a bubble, float down, jump up into this little like nook and cranny.
Wow.
And then went across, climbed up, and I think got in.
Okay. So that's not what I did at all. So I took the disc, I ran to the right, I climbed up, and then I climbed up again, and then I climbed up, or kind of like went to the right and then jumped on a little dynamite thing and jumped up
Yep,
because I had
I
already
know
blown
exactly.
that wall. And then I went up, and then you pass the little like kind of bowl with two dogs, and then you jump and you go, it's kind of like you're going underground, like a tunnel underneath. And then you come up again. I'm going left now. And then you come up and you get to the point where you have the two dogs are down in this little pit.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, so you'd come up, you would jump on the ledge, throw your frisbee, and then go down and then through, like, because the dogs are distracted. And then you get to the other side and then you get to the next room. And this is when you came in, you had to jump on a little ledge, throw your frisbee again, jump down, and then you have to do that crank to crank up the little ball. But what I noticed is the cat always goes to the same place every time. So you could kind of, the cat's like trajectory, like I knew that I could sit there and spin because the cat would just circle around me. So I would just sit there and spin and then wait for the cat, and then I'd kind of like run a little bit, and then the cat would come to a point where it was going to attack me, and then I would have to backtrack. So there was like
Wow.
the cat would do the same thing in like every spot of the room, so I kind of got used to it. And then you climb up that big ladder, and then you come out, and this was the part that was really difficult for me, because then you do jump over a couple times and you get to the place where you drop the slinky and then jump up those things. But so many times I would get to the last one and drop into the water. And so then when that would happen, I would have to run right or to the left, leave the room, and then run like all the way left to bring the cat that way.
Yep.
And then I would start over and I'd be like, all right, we're going to try it again. And then, yeah, after that, we kind of took the same route but I went up the ladder, hit the switch, jumped back up and went up the top way. And you get to that point where it has the 5 buttons and you just hit the middle button, you drop down, hit the switch again. And then you come back up, go through the doorway, and then you're done.
That's funny. So we all did it different ways, actually.
Really? Okay, how did you do it?
So I used the teleport room as well. So initially my plan was to do like what you were saying, Emma, but there's that spot with the pit that has 3 dogs in it that you're supposed to throw the Frisbee to distract them. When I was doing that, I had not learned yet that you can throw the Frisbee to distract them. I thought you had to throw it into their mouth.
Oh.
So that part was really hard for me. I think like the first time I went through it, I just had enough life to survive that or something. So initially I was going through there and I thought that I would have to throw my Frisbee and like land on it to get across. I tried that a couple times and I was like, this is just like impossible. Like the timing is crazy. So I thought about it and I was like, oh, the teleport room. So then, Lauren, I was trying to do what you did, which is like get to the teleport room through the peacock room because that's like close to where you are. And you call them chinchillas, which is funny because that's probably what they're.
That's what I thought they were too.
I thought they were Totoros.
Oh my gosh. They do look like
They
those.
totally, and they're friendly.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm so interested in you.
And they're just sleepy.
Yeah, they're Totoros. But I tried that a couple times and I couldn't like, because you have to with the Totoros like backtrack a little bit, the cat kept getting me. Like you kind of go into the Totoro room and then you have to like make them walk to you. I don't know.
What? Mine were like stuck. They didn't move.
Oh. So you set up the Totoro room ahead of time?
They just, I don't know. I went in there once and then
Were they just still sleeping? They hadn't woken up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you have to wake them up every time and then move them a little bit.
I jumped over them.
Oh. Well, I was unsuccessful in that part of the mission. So then I actually ended up going through the teleport room, but I went back to the starter area. So like from the cat, I travel, or from like wherever the cat spawns and you take its disc or whatever. I kept going back down to the bottom past the egg room to the pit where you start out. And I don't know if you guys really went back to the beginning area at all, but it's really easy. I kind of had to do like a dry run a couple times because at the very bottom, like pretty much in the same room that you start the game, there is a portal to the teleport room. So I would go down there and do that, which wasn't too far away, but I determined it was easier than finding another route because I was going down the whole time. I felt like if I had to go up the whole time, like to a different teleporter, I would fail from like falling or some crap. So going down was much easier. And then from there, Lauren, I did like you did, but I didn't set up the switches. I just failed when I got there a couple times, but
Yeah, I didn't do that either. That probably would have been smart.
yeah, like that spot with the 5 like trap doors and you have to know where the switch is.
Yeah.
I think I failed that twice, even though I'd already been in that room, just because the cat was so stressful.
Well, the cat, I took damage every single time I was at the trapdoors. I just couldn't avoid it. Every single time I got to the trapdoor, I accepted my fate.
Yeah.
I was like, but I would make sure that, so I had my save kind of on my pathway. So I would start my save there, eat the fruit right next to it, and then backtrack to the disc room. And there were 3 or 4 fruits on my pathway. So every time I got hit, I had a place to get a fruit.
Yeah.
Or with the slink part where I would have to backtrack all the way to the left, there were a couple fruits that way. So as long as I was at full health by the time I got to the trap door, I could take at least 1 or 2 hits and just fall.
Yeah.
And then it was okay. But I was at work again doing that part. And someone walked by me and was like, oh my gosh. I was at a point where I was dying. So I was like, whatever, I had paused it. And it was Colin. He was like, I haven't seen a Steam Deck. Can I take a look? And I was like, sure. And as I was handing it to him, I realized how sweaty it was because my palms were so sweaty. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think when I was doing this, my partner was like trying to talk to me and I had to like pause the game and like face away from the computer. She's like, oh no, like, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, I just can't focus on two things at once right now. Like, not at all.
No.
I think this was the hardest part of the game.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
The end was really hard, but once you do it a couple times, I felt like you kind of get what you need to do. But this was like, I had to plan it. I was stressed. I put it off.
Yeah.
And not like that cat dog ghost thing.
Yeah. This
Too-
was the
too
second one
spooky.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I did the ostrich first.
What?
And then, well, like the ostrich in the wheel.
Yeah.
I thought that one was easy.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad,
That one-
except if you get lost in the bubbles taking the wrong. Is that what you're alluding to?
Oh.
And I had a really hard time. Actually, this time was a lot easier, but I think because I remembered how difficult of a time I had the first time with going up the elevators and dealing with the mice that are on the wheel and having to get them to go a different direction
Oh,
so that
yeah.
it goes down.
That was something that I on accident. I figured that out on accident, and I don't know if I would have figured out how to turn the mice.
I thought this area was really fun with those like mechanisms because it was pretty unique, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There was another area like next to the big shaft, like kind of above the middle area. There's that like shaft in the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
And there's some moving platforms to the left of that.
Mm.
Were you guys able to determine how to change the direction of those platforms?
I don't know what area we're talking about.
Okay.
I think I know. I think I was able to figure out how to move all of the platforms.
I'm talking about not in the ostrich quadrant, but like
Oh.
kind of
Wait.
above the area where like the four flames go.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
In like the very middle of the map. It's like basically like the little hub area.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty much straight up from there's like a shaft in the ceiling that goes up.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
This
I did
big
not.
shaft fascinated
But it's
me.
always going down, and you can never go back up.
You can go up if you have the BB wand.
Yeah, if you want to spend literally an hour
No, but
trying
if
and
you get
failing to
the-
get up the
If
Oh.
you get the wand that does like bubble after bubble after bubble.
what?
I
What's
didn't
the,
get that wand.
What's the BB one?
Where's the BB
Wait,
one?
what?
This is post game, I think, or post credits.
Oh my
You can get
goodness.
a wand that you can do like unlimited bubbles, and your bubbles
it.
don't like pop. So that's how I ended up getting to the top later on. As I
Oh.
just like it took a while because I kept failing.
Mhm.
Dude.
Interesting.
Oh my god. So when I discovered this shaft, I was like obsessed with it. Okay. The shaft that just goes up for like ever. And I'm seeing it on my map and I'm like, how do you like what's up there? And you know, I discovered the bubble wand trick where you can like hop on your own bubble over and over again. And so you can't even get to it from the bottom because there's a hummingbird that will pop your bubble. You have to come at it from the side. And the highest entrance that you can access it has vines in front of it. So you have to like jump through the vines and put your bubble, because if you put the bubble first, it will pop. It's like very specific. I literally spent an hour like
Oh God.
reloading my save every time I'd fall
Oh my gosh.
to get up this shaft. Okay. So when you get to the top of the shaft, you guys know like what I'm talking about.
Keep. I think I'll find where we're at.
Okay.
If you keep
You
talking.
just were there before we were recording.
Oh yeah.
There's a white bird at the top of the shaft that like prevents you from going further.
You got all the way up there.
Yes.
Before
I told
Endgame?
you I was obsessed with this shaft.
Is it one of the birds that you have to use the lantern on?
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
then
He
you get
went
up there, you can't get past
up
this bird.
the down.
I went up the down.
where
and
you
then-
come out of at the end of the game.
At the end game, you get this lantern that like basically helps you get to like the final boss.
Mhm.
I was like, sweet, now I have the lantern. I'm going back up the shaft. I spent so much time with this shaft, you guys.
Oh my
Um,
Oh, that's amazing.
I went back up. It took so many tries, but I went back up. And this kind of soured the ending for me a little bit
Oh
because
no.
you can get into the house, you can get the stopwatch.
Yeah.
You can get into the house.
Stopwatch? What's the stopwatch?
It's nothing. It doesn't do
Are we
anything.
talking about the remote?
No.
What's the remote?
The remote.
What's the remote?
I didn't
Wait,
get
really?
the remote.
Really? What's the remote? Okay, let me tell you about the stopwatch, but I need to know about the remote.
Okay.
Is that a real thing or you?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
the stopwatch watch as a thing. Or,
Okay. So from my perspective, which is backwards from the shaft, if you go from the shaft and not from the final boss, because this is the area that after you beat the final boss, you're emptied into. But backwards from the final boss is if you start from the shaft like I did, first there's like a, are you laughing because, okay.
Just continue.
I was fascinated with this shaft. Sorry. No, it's good. There's like a clock, like a cuckoo clock thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what the purpose of that is.
No
But
idea.
It has to be something.
there's gotta be something. There's like some openings there. I don't know. I'm not
like little numbers. There's like 3 numbers
Yeah.
above each little.
and I honestly have thought about what if I just left my game open to that on that cuckoo clock screen, and maybe when the clock gets to a certain point it will open. Like I don't know how to solve these puzzles, you guys. There's so much fun stuff. But anyways, I think in that same room there's like a stopwatch that you can pick up.
Yeah.
And I think that all it does is on the pause menu, it tells you how long you've been playing the game.
Yeah. Like it
Once
gives
you
you
get
like
the
a running
stopwatch.
clock.
Yeah.
I
which
don't
is-
know if maybe I do have that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a very nothing. When we looked it up. Okay, I looked it up because I wanted to know what it was, and it was like, oh, it just gives you your playtime.
So, and then from there, I proceeded into like the house. I'm like, oh, this is cool. There's like a little house. Like, what are the secrets going to be in here? I couldn't get any further. And so all my effort to get up the shaft, I got the stopwatch and some mysterious rooms. And that's it. I went up there twice.
Oh.
It took me so much time, you guys. I spent so much time in
no.
that shaft falling over and over
Well,
again.
so was this before you beat the game?
Yeah, and then I went and beat the
Oh,
game.
no.
I was so excited to get the lantern because I could get further in the shaft. And then I beat the game and it dumps you out there on the other side, and I was so upset. I was so upset.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little like nooks and crannies in there though that you can get lots of eggs.
Oh, yeah. I definitely got some, I think, but I'm sure there's more. There's so many secrets.
Tell us about the remote.
Yeah, what's the remote? Is it for the TV in there?
It would have been nice like earlier on in the game because you know all those switches? It does the
It
switches.
opens, it opens all the doors.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, and you get that for finding a certain amount of eggs, right? That's in one of the egg chests.
The remote?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think you find it. I think it's after you get. It's the second or the third one.
No
Maybe
way.
32 eggs.
No, because 32 eggs, you get the top.
Oh,
It's a spinning top, because that's how far I got with my eggs, is like 32. I was excited to open the door. I got this top. I don't know what to do with it.
It breaks things.
It's pretty fun.
What does it break?
You throw it at the spikes.
Wait, what? It can break the spikes?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I use the disc to break the spikes.
Oh, I use the yo-yo.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Did you guys ever? Oh, I mean, I think you have to do it at one point. But when you're on top of the chinchilla,
Yes.
and you throw your yo-yo,
You're
and then
literally
it starts walking.
doing the
Oh,
walking
yeah.
the dog. That's what I was talking about with like the reference to like childhood. Like you're literally doing the walking the dog with the yo-yo on it.
Yeah.
That was amazing to me. Genius.
So cute.
Yeah. I wish that I would have found that out earlier because I think it was pretty close to endgame when I was doing that, and I was like, oh, this is fun.
There's a lot of really cute and fun moments like in the platforming and puzzles that it's just like, oh, you're doing it, you're figuring it out. Oh, that's so nice. Like, great. But where'd you get the remote?
I think I found it. Like I think it's in a chest or something, maybe down.
What?
There's like an area down.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. But there's an area down below where you come into this room and there's like a snake and you have to control it with the remote.
What? I'm flabbergasted. because there's areas that there's like, I think there's at least 2 spots in the game, and one of them is like right when you're coming out of the intro area, there's like a thing that's like there's a space for like something circular to fit, it says, or something like that. I could not figure out what to do with that.
I wonder if that's where it was because I opened that up.
How do you open that?
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, it's a mystery.
So yeah, you need to get a medal.
Yeah, that's you get the medal.
Where
and
do you
put
get the medal?
By the chameleon.
Oh yeah, you go
Okay.
back to where I think it's
It's
go
where
back.
you fight the chameleon.
Yeah,
you have to
back
go
to
back.
that area. Oh, and look, it says an easy way to get the S medal area is to use the animal flute to play the notes right, right, left, left, down, down, up, up, in that order to fast travel to the warp hub.
I fucking called
Oh,
it.
So you are right. So yeah, you need to listen. That's why
Oh
those
my
notes were being
gosh.
played. Anyways,
I love this game.
yeah, and then yeah, you get that medal, and then you go back down to kind of where like the bubble wand, the bee wand was. I'm not gonna really tell you, but yeah, that's kind of where you go.
Wait, so does this let you open those like glass doors where there's like glass in the way? It looks like you could go somewhere, but there's like the glass blocks.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Do you know how to do that? Tell me what you know.
I feel like those are usually just like, at least from my like experience or my perspective, it seemed like you had to find a different way. And I don't know that there's a way through, but maybe
Yeah.
the top.
Oh, maybe the top, but there's also a bouncy ball.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Where?
I don't know. I didn't get it, but I know it exists.
Is
Oh
it in
my
the
gosh.
kangaroo area?
Yeah,
The
I think-
area of the map
that's-
that's literally shaped like a kangaroo?
Yeah, so well, I think because as you get as you dynamite the kangaroo or as you firecracker the kangaroo, you get little chunks,
Mm-hmm.
and then you on where the bat is, there's like a room off of where the bat is that you slowly add those little pieces that you collect from the kangaroo.
I just ran away from the kangaroo every time.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
no.
every time you see the kangaroo, you throw a firecracker and
Mm-hmm.
it scares it away. It scares it away and it leaves a little pouch, and you pick up the pouch and it has like a piece of a disc. And then that disc goes where the bat, like where that bat area is. There's a side room where you can put those pieces in, and then yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You got to start using the
I do.
firecrackers.
Okay, could you use the firecrackers to scare the cat?
No.
No, okay.
But you could use them to scare the manticore.
Yes, I did
And
find
that-
that out.
I knew that you could. They put so many firecrackers in that place.
What's the manticore?
The final
end,
boss.
the final boss.
Oh.
Let's
I
talk
didn't-
about the end.
I just used the lantern.
Oh, well, yeah, because you could use the lantern. The firecrackers though made it go like away.
Oh wow.
Like if you use the firecrackers, it was outy for
Yeah.
a while.
That was handy. So did the lantern protect you from the lasers?
it like barely ever shot lasers at me. It would just like stay pretty far away.
If you use the
Oh.
firecrackers too, it was like.
Yeah, I
Not
found
around.
using 1 or 2 firecrackers was helpful.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's talk about the end because I think I'm trying to. Well, before we get to the end, is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about the main part of the game that we haven't covered yet? Like, we didn't really talk about the wiener dog.
Oh yes, I didn't want to talk about that fucking creepy ass dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me when it first happened because none of the other dogs do that.
Oh my god, and the noise it makes you was like.
So there's lots of little like areas in the game where you can kind of go underground almost. I mean, I know you're underground because you're in a well the whole time, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can even go more underground.
Mhm.
And most of the time, you know, if it's in like one of the dog rooms, they're just like standing at the edge, just barking at you.
Yeah, they're like
You're
sniffing in
safe.
the hole. Yeah.
You get to this one and you go down there. This little fucking wiener dog squeezes itself into the hole and starts chasing you.
And his body like contorts around the right
Oh,
angles
yeah.
in this
Oh,
Oh yeah. It's
Nightmare.
so scary. And he's so
Mhm.
fast.
so fast. Oh my god. Oh.
Because when I had done this, like I had already been to the ostrich area. So
Mm.
the ostrich sticks his head into the little pit as
Mhm.
well, which that part is scary because you don't know when his head's coming and stuff.
Yeah.
But
you
like
can hide at least. You can be out of the
you
way.
can get out of the way, but this thing is relentless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What was down there? Was it worth it?
I think that the first time you're there, at least for me, I think that that's how you can go to get around the dachshund. Because you pop out on the left side of the screen, but you need to get to the right side, and the dachshund is in
Mm.
between. But if you go down there, you can avoid it. But it's
That
hard
makes
and
sense.
scary.
Yeah, I think I went all the way through and it just spit me out on the other, like a part of the map that I just like unlocked a room.
Yeah, basically, it's just so you can get past that. I think
Yeah,
before
so you
you get
never
the
have
disc.
to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there were any animals that like really stood out to me that we haven't talked about
I like
yet.
the monkey that throws poop.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It has the little
What?
baby.
What?
It was kind of in a little side room.
I may have missed this. This doesn't sound familiar to me.
It was definitely like not something that you'd go by just like if you needed to just advance in the game.
Mm.
But there's a little monkey in a tree holding its baby, and it would just fling poop at you. A little poop. Would it
I
hurt
didn't
you?
see
Do you know?
this.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
And then there's something on the map. It looks like there's a way to like go up into the wall. And I spent so long.
Oh, in the monkey room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually, you go from the other side of the map
Mm-hmm.
because this map was fun because it looped around on the top and bottom, but also left to right, but only in like secret ways.
Interesting.
That's
Well,
another thing I love about this game is how the map
Yeah.
like unfolded.
Yeah.
And you can see areas where you like haven't been. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can see that there's like a little opening, but how do I
Yeah,
get to
can't
it?
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys, I did look up with this one creature because I was like, what is this doing here? The little groundhog?
Did you get the little health bonus that it gives you?
No. Did you?
Yeah.
It's only supposed to do that on Groundhog Day.
Maybe I played it on Groundhog Day.
Wait, when is Groundhog
February
Day?
2nd.
February 2nd. Wait,
Oh my God.
I think that's when I was playing and I beat the game.
I
on-
didn't
on
even look up
Monday.
when Groundhog Day was, so I wasn't.
Oh, on Sunday. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so you played, that was the only day that would have happened.
Wow. What a fun Easter egg.
That's
Awesome.
awesome. Oh,
And no, it's legit helpful because it gives you like a golden heart. It's like a 5th heart.
what?
But then you always have that, like when you die and
it's
respawn,
permanent?
Wow.
you start with the 3 health you normally do when you respawn, but you can get 2 more hearts by like eating the berries or whatever.
Wow.
So that was really helpful for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh my
I didn't even, I should have looked up when Groundhog Day was because I was like, oh, I didn't play it during
I
Groundhog
just thought that he just gave you that, like, he gives you a little drink to sip on.
Day.
So I saw him at the beginning of the game and he's always like receding. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then later on, I thought I had like gotten far enough or gotten enough flames or whatever.
It was just the right day.
Wow. I was chosen by the groundhog.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's all I can think of that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh,
So we talked about the otters.
what about the cats in the cages?
Oh, you know you can release them.
What?
What? How?
It's a puzzle and I didn't solve it.
Wow.
But I know you can.
There's so much in this game. What the heck?
Yeah.
Now I need to go back and release them now that
Yeah,
I know that
I was
can.
uncomfortable with that part.
It's
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah, I don't know how. So this was, I kind of looked at the list of like puzzles in this game, but I didn't look at how you solve them.
Mhm.
And so that was one that I was like, interesting. So I have no idea. I know that it's a thing. I know you're supposed to release them. I don't know how. I don't know what happens. But yeah.
Wow. This is really fun because this is the sort of game that I like go and try to find all the collectibles.
Yeah.
I'm not usually like a let me look up every single one kind of person, but I like to like be very thorough
Yeah.
when I'm exploring. So I was wondering about that because I only found like half of the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
there's-
like, dang, I thought I was being
there's
thorough.
so many more. Yeah.
What do you get in the last door?
The last door.
Sorry, from the eggs, like when you get all the
Oh,
eggs. I wonder
I
what's
have no
behind that
idea.
door.
I won't even look it up. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
unless you want me to.
No. I just was
I just thought
wondering
it'd
if
be
anybody knew.
No.
I totally forgot already. What does the top do? It breaks stuff? What does it break?
Well, I think you can break like the little spikes.
And
Oh.
sometimes it breaks walls, but I don't know how you
Oh.
know. So I've
You
just
just have to
thrown
go around
it
and test
Just start
it.
throwing
Yeah.
it at things. Yeah.
pretty much.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I have like an end game question. I know that we were gonna like talk about it, but so you can tell me that I need to wait.
Oh no, I think that we're ready to move into
Yeah.
endgame here. Yeah.
But in the little house, did you open the door?
Like at
No.
the top?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I didn't have a key.
Me neither.
Ugh.
Did you have a key?
I don't remember. There was a key that I had towards the end of the game
Yeah.
for quite a while.
I'm pretty frustrated about that. I
Yeah.
have not opened it yet.
Yeah, I have not either.
So it's just occurring to me that this game is Animal Well.
Mhm.
Okay. And the shaft that I spent so much time going up, I think at the top it is like a well. Like that's the well. It's like attached to the house.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So you're in the animal well.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if like through that door is like, maybe it's just supposed to be closed forever because that's like the outside world. I also can't remember because I may have opened it. I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I never opened it. I didn't have a key. That was one thing that I struggled with, and I will say I cheated and I had to look up where a key was because I got to a point where I needed a key to get to where I was going. And I spent so much time scouring the earth for a frickin' key. And I I had just accidentally used one. Like I had one.
Oh no.
And there was the most pointless spot for a key to be used, and I accidentally used it. And then it was gone. And I was pissed. I was so upset. Ugh.
That's so sad.
I know, but it was okay. I mean, I ended up finding a key and it was fine. But yeah, but I mean, the Manticore music was awesome.
It was so intense.
It was so intense. And I loved it. I also really liked the way the Manticore looked. What is a Manticore?
A Manticore is like it has a scorpion tail.
What?
And a lion head.
Okay, I can see that.
Maybe I might be slightly getting confused with a chimera. Definitely a scorpion tail and a manticore. It's like a mix of different animals.
Yeah, the body of a lion, the tail of a dragon or scorpion.
Yeah.
And the head of a man.
Yeah.
Creepy.
No laser beams traditionally.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny, but I also thought it kind of reminded me of the soot sprites from Spirited Away.
Oh,
yeah.
Which, oh my God.
Like a really angry one.
What game were we just playing that had... Oh, it wasn't... Sorry, we played Neva, and it didn't have the soot sprites, but it had, like, all the enemies remind me of the big, like, gloopy guy from Spirited Away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I
the
mean,
end-
we're in end game.
The whole end area was so scary
Yeah.
because it was like dark and blood red and
Well, and it had those little
those
spider
creepy
guys.
monkey boys.
Yeah, they were. They looked
I
like
thought
monkeys.
they were dogs.
Well, they looked,
You thought everything was a dog.
the second you get the lantern, though, I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back up the shaft. That's
It
what
was-
I said.
It was such a pain in the ass to like, oh, this was one part. Okay. So down in this area, you had to time it perfectly where you dropped your slinky down, and as the slinky is falling, you had to run, drop down this huge spot,
Throw
and
your
then
disc,
throw your disc, but
not too early.
But I had to do it in the order of I would have to shoot a bubble, throw the disc, so then the bubble had already floated enough that I could jump up, and then do another bubble because I couldn't catch, the disc was going too fast for me. So I had to, oh my God, it took me so long to get this exactly right. And every time you messed up, you would have to go out through the top, past the little creepy spider monkey things, and then start over again.
I definitely abused just how fast you could respawn, like reload your game in this game.
Oh,
I did not do that at all.
I didn't either.
I didn't even
had
think
to.
about it.
Yeah.
For like the shaft, I had to because I wasn't climbing back up. But yeah, in the end area too, I did that a lot because you had that save that you unlock. Well, I might have been after that, but
No, you have that save. You run past that save to start over. So.
yeah. And I definitely like loaded my game a lot. It loads like instantly, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Some games it makes you wait.
Yeah, but that was probably the last hard part in the game for me, and then yeah, you fight that manticore. It took me a second to realize how like the firecrackers, like how good they were, because I was just using the lantern because I was like, oh, this is my new tool, this is what I'm supposed to be using, and then I realized I was like, gosh, there's a lot of firecrackers in this area. I was like, I wonder if and I threw one, and I was like, oh my God, this is helpful.
Yeah, I didn't even realize the lantern was useful against him.
Yeah. Did you not use the lantern at all?
Not against the manticore, no.
Did you use firecrackers?
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you used at least one thing.
I think in like my ultimate run, I only needed to use like one or two because I definitely abused like when he starts to fire his lasers, you can just go to the different room and then he'll stop that and come to you and then you just go back. So kind of reset his lasers that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had my biggest issue getting to the button where you had to jump on the fan, like kind of over the fan. I don't remember.
I think that's the spot where I had to use the firecracker.
Yeah, because he would get all up in your business. And
what's nice too is the fan would stay turned on if you had done it. So once I had turned on the fan, I set that up as the first thing I would do because you can go like all the way around the boss so that you're already, I don't know, a little bit higher up when you first trigger him.
Yeah. Well, and then after you beat him, you have all these beautiful fireworks.
Yeah, so many.
It was so pretty. Just like a fireworks show. And then it was done. Then you entered the house that you had already found. I'm so sorry.
I love the little house.
The
It
little
was
house was
so
cool.
Cute. cute. Now I'm very curious about that door, though.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to update. If any of us end up going in that door, we'll have a 5-minute bonus episode where we say this is what's in the door.
I'll check when I get home and text you if I did get through it.
Okay. I'll add Lauren. I'll create a group chat for the three of us.
I love it.
Oh man. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
The shaft wasn't worth it. That's all.
You got shafted by the shaft.
Yes. Good one.
Oh.
You really just got to play this game.
Yes.
Everyone
Go
needs to play this game.
Oh, and what are we playing next?
We're playing Balatro,
Yeah.
recommended by Big Dad Live.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Or Balatro. Apparently, the creator said you can pronounce it however you want.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm calling it.
That's what Brandon
Balto.
told us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I believe him.
All right.
Yeah. So, well, this concludes the discussion episode for Animal Well. Please join us next week for our review of Balatro or Balatro or Balto or whatever you want to call it, followed by its discussion episode the week after. Please go and give the podcast 5 stars, a review, rate it, whatever you can to show us love. You can email us any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests. If there's something you'd like us to review, just make sure you put game request in the subject line so we can find it. Our socials, or most of our socials, are Let Me Be Your GG. That's LetMeBeyourGG, no spaces. And TikTok is Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/LetMeBeYourGG. Thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to see you next week. And thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, Sean, you have so much hair on your head. And
All his beard hair.
your beard is gone. Okay.